What's going on YouTube? Apparently, Lotto and Doja Cats have come out with a new video, and the black women specifically have an issue with their choice of men that are used in this particular clip. The young lady that I'm about to react to is just a representation of many who feel a certain type of way in the way that the industry portrays the black man. Let me know if you have experienced the same things or not. And I'm just going to give my 2 cents. I'm going to shut up.
My name is Jasmine Pierre, and I am the creator of the Safe Place app. The Safe Place app is a mental health app for the Black community, and we teach how racism impacts the mental health of the Black community. July is Minority Mental Health Month, and I'm continuing my series on how does colorism in media impact Black mental health. Reminder that colorism is prejudice or discrimination against darker skin tones. Lotto just dropped a new music video called OK featuring Doja Cat, and I want to break down why this music video is so colorist and degrading to dark skinned black men. The first scene, Lotto is in lingerie. She's feeling sexy on this big bed and it has some silky black sheets. And the black sheets turn into dark skinned black men with do rags on. So the scene above me is what I'm talking about, and you can't even see their faces. Due to colorism, a lot of times dark skinned black men and dark skinned black women are over sexualized and used as sexual props in music videos. They're literally being used to represent the black sheets on her bed while she's being sexual. And I feel like this is really dehumanizing in a way. The dark skinned black men were used as props throughout this entire music video. Right here, you can see Lotto and Doja Cat in front, and in the back, the dark skinned black men are being used as servants to wash their cars. This scene reminded me of the plantation. During slavery, enslaved biracial black people were in the house, and dark skinned enslaved black people were in the fields doing the harder labor. Honestly, the whole music video gave plantation vibes because dark skinned black people were used for sex and labor, and this is what this video is representing. I also have to point out that since Doja Cat and Lotto are both biracial black women, due to colorism, they are usually put on a pedestal in mainstream media. Neither of them are unaware that they are seen as a preference, and that's why they can get away with videos like this. Also, this isn't the first time that Lotto has portrayed dark-skinned black men as servants in her music video. This is from her video Business and Personal, so I'm starting to see a pattern. Images like this can impact the mental health of dark-skinned black men and boys. Little dark-skinned black boys shouldn't have to grow up thinking that they're only going to be valued for sex and labor. This is extremely colorist. My name is
If I go back to the early 80s, going into the 90s, and so on and so on, in every video, man or woman, there's always been a preference gap. There was never a situation where I saw a dark-skinned man doing a video that didn't have a light-skinned woman in it, or vice versa. This idea that there's some weird agenda there's two ways you can look at it. You could say that the men and women who signed the checks are making the moves and telling the artists, this is what we want here. These are the placements. These are the visuals. This is the propaganda. This is what I want to put out there to the general public. Or you could look at it and say, well, by an overwhelming large number, of the society that we live in. It's always been based off of your preference. You like what you like. Like at one point the light skins was the ones that everybody was after. Then it went from the light skins to the dark skins. And then one thing that never changed was the height stuff. Y'all always was stuck on the height. Always. I find it funny though that there's even a conversation about Doja and Lotto specifically when we've been seeing this for ages. This isn't a brand new conversation. They didn't invent it. And to be honest, if you feel as though there's a bigger motive behind it, then go to the root of the problem. Because every time I'm watching a Popular Balloon episode, guess what? The women on it prefer darker men. Is that because of Lotto? Is that because of Kanye West and Jay-Z and Beyonce? Well, who are you going to blame for that? When I see these online dating shows on TikTok and they say they prefer darker women or darker men, who you blame for that? Who programmed them to be attracted to that? Who told you that you had to be with a tall guy to be protected? I think all of this is just preference. And it's sprinkled in there with a little bit of side motive. But this has been happening for ages. I like light skin, dark skin. I don't care what background you are. But y'all, I have a real crash out over any guy wanting to be with a white woman. Question to the people. Do you have issues with darker skinned, darker complected men and women? Another question. If you have such an issue with dark men being in the videos, do you have an issue with beautiful women consistently being the face of every single commercial, every single movie trailer and video and lingerie magazine and swimsuit magazine? Where are the bigger unhealthy built women and men? Where are they being pushed at? See, if you're going to start this, go ahead and go all the way down the road. You like what you like. But what's the issue? What if they were light-skinned men in the video? What would that have proved? What would have been different? So many questions. I need some responses. I need to hear from you personally how you really are gonna put this on them or open the floodgates for this and then not really be honest about it. This has been happening for ages. Nobody decided to put a stop to it. Y'all not changing no narratives on social media. Tell your brothers and your sisters who are choosing to be with these archetypes of men and women to change what they like. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comment section, am I tripping? Like, am I seeing this inaccurately? Like, what's up?